What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Total War Rome 2. Ellington here, and we are back with a 3v3. Now, this is the settlement of Pulpadeva. Let me get the banners and everything back on the field. We are on the settlement of Pulpadeva, like I said, and interesting start to this one. Usually, this is not as easy to get this easily into the settlement as this was. Anyways, let's go ahead and look at some factions. So for the defenders, we have got Boii being commanded by Grim Reaper. We've got Aravaki being commanded by Aaron. And finally, we have Pontus being commanded by Django. Now for the attackers, we have got Carthage being commanded by Cleaner Pair, something like that. We've got Arverni being commanded by Pedro. And finally, we have Carthage. Did I say Carthage earlier for the wrong thing? I already said Carthage. Getae, sorry. I had to... I went quiet there because I had a little bit of a brain fart. My brain went, Getae is our final attacker here. Getae being commanded by Shadow. First initial assault, completely and totally annihilated. Okay, so the first wave of Carthage here just getting completely obliterated. This other side not doing so hot either, given the fact that because their backs are turned, they're just getting shot in the back by the Boii archers back here. We now have some spear warriors from Getae in, and here come the Arverni archers pushing forward and getting some shots off on some Iberian swords. Iberian swords, remember, they only have 15 armor, so they really don't like arrows. And it looks like Arverni does not want to suffer the same fate as Carthage. And he doesn't look like he wants to go into this. Boii may be making a little bit of a counter push. Maybe Boii is going to try and stuff the attackers back into the corner. Wow, the initial attack just completely and totally obliterated. Got a couple cav units on the side here. Some mercenary Iberian cavalry from Carthage. Looks like Aravaki pulled back a lot of his infantry to avoid their getting shot. Now, because of Arverni's positioning here, you know, with the defenders counterattacking here, it's actually exposing them quite a bit to the Arverni archer fire. So it's actually not a bad play there by Arverni. Pontus is setting up here. Looks like Boii and Pontus want to try and hold a little bit. A lot of javies there from Pontus. Libyan infantry got 23. How do they... What? 153 men. I'm trying to figure out how they got 23 kills. Interesting. Oh, because there's a Levy Freeman out here. What the hell? So there's a Levy Freeman that's all the way out here, and then Carthage walked right past it, but I'm assuming that Libyan infantry got kills on this Levy Freeman. It's the only place I could think of that he got kills from. Because I can't think of, you know, it was a very fresh Libyan infantry, so I don't know. That's all right. Did he bring just a bunch of Iberian swords and then noble swordsmen or something, or noble fighters? There's some Scutari in the back there. All I've seen is 15, not 15, but quite a few Iberian swords. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Iberian swords. I'm intrigued to see how many noble fighters he probably has sitting back here. I'm going to bet you 3 at least. It doesn't look like they're playing on ultra funds or anything, so I don't expect to see a ton of noble fighters. But I guess we're about to find out. Yeah, this is a bit rough. It does look like they're gaining a little bit of progress so far. You know, both sides have lost a lot. Carthage lost a ton of troops early on, but anything that's being pushed into this corner is just getting shot to shreds by the Arverni archers, and then we also, well, yeah, so the Cretans are up here as well. Oh, they were shooting at the Celtics. That hoplites here from Pontus. Got some Eastern archers. And I think that's, yeah, Pontic sword. That is a lot of Balearics and Iberian slingers. And they're just setting up, ready to unleash everything they've got into whatever enters this corner.
What do we say?
What do we say to the god of death? Not today. Good lord, look at the Gallic Hunters. 123, 119, 178, and 30. Very underwhelming. This one unit back is like, no, you guys do, you're doing great. We're going to stay back here and save our ammunition. Because they're just chilling there with 30 kills. All the other Gallic Hunters have over 100. One of them's pushing 200 already. I have a feeling that, so given some of the troops that are now in and the lack of reinforcements coming forward, I have a feeling that the defenders are not going to continue trying to hold this area. Well, I don't know, because here comes some more Iberian swords and sword followers. I would not want to go into this corner. There's been a lot of death on both sides, and honestly, it's kind of hard to tell who got the better out of it. Armored spears from Getae. The thing I don't like about a lot of the spear units for Getae is a lot of their spear units don't get javelins, including the armored spear. So, you know, it's hard to make them justifiable because javelins in this game are so freaking strong that picking units that don't have any javelins can be really hard to do. It can be really hard to justify because, you know, just having some javelins can mean 30 to 40 kills before your unit ever sees melee combat, you know, and that is a big boost to the value of a unit. So when you have units like the spears that have no javelins and they're not particularly great in combat, it's just one of those things that what do you actually get out of them? You know, they have 75 armor, but the melee attack, 26. It's not great. Melee defense is pretty damn good, but once again, like, you know, okay, so they're good at standing there and getting javied at, because that's what happens to a unit like this is, you know, as they stand here doing nothing, another unit comes up, walks right up to their face, and sits here and throws the shit in their face. And the thing about javelins and counter javelins is that if you have javelins, then your enemy has to take your javelins into account for the decisions that they make, right? If they're going to charge you with cavalry, they have to account for the fact that they will probably take losses to javelins either in the charge or the retreat. If they are going to stand there and throw javelins at you, they have to take into account that if they do that, then you can throw javelins at them. But when you don't have javelins, they can do whatever the hell they want to. You could stand there and they could just walk up right in front of you and just sit there and throw shit at you. And I don't know about y'all, but that does not sound like fun to me. So that is why it is a pretty well considered thing that in this game javelins are God. You know, a lot of people complain that all these units having javelins is unrealistic. Sure, historically all these units may not have had javelins, but this is a video game, and video games have to have some sort of balancing within them. So if Rome were the only unit, or the only faction that received some sort of javelin capability or precursor capability onto their units, Rome would be so broken it wouldn't even be funny. So that is my thoughts on the javelin situation, which is why, in the long run, why I am not a huge fan of the Getae spear units. They, in my opinion, are borderline useless. Like, they obviously have a use, but when you have the option of things like noble swords, it's hard to do. You know, it's hard to justify the bringing of those spear units. A lot of people do it just because they, you know, one big downside to Getae is that they can only bring 4 of the mercenary axe warriors, and that means that Getae has a really, really lacking mid-tier roster. The problem is that because they are lacking in the mid-tier section, then what do you make their army out of? Oh, well, you must, you know, it means you must, you know, make it up with more spears, right? But the thing is that you got to remember that when you're building your army, you can't just think about your faction as an army. You have to think about your entire team as an army, right? So, if your faction can make up for the shortcomings of one of your allied factions, it can help to do that. So if one of your factions is really low on high tiers, let's say Carthage. Carthage can bring, if they want, they can bring 2 mercenary noble fighters, right? One, they can only bring 2 of them, and they are very expensive, and some people argue that they're not worth the cost. But what Carthage can bring a ton of is mid-tiers. They can bring Samnite warriors. They can bring a gazillion Libyan infantry if they want. They've got Iberian swords. They've got mercenary Gallic warriors. They've got all sorts of stuff that they can bring where even though they are lacking in the high-tier area. So, in a faction setup like this, where you've got Carthage and Getae and Arverni, Getae's shortcomings in the mid-tier can be covered by Carthage's strength in the mid-tier, while Carthage's shortcoming in the high-tier can be made up in Getae's strength in the mid-tier, or in the high-tier. So, Getae's noble swords are pretty decently priced for a solid unit. They aren't the best high tier in the game, but they are a decently priced, good high tier. So think about that when you're going into your games. You know, pay attention to your allies' armies, communicate with them, and try and see if you can work out a good process as a team to cover each other's shortcomings. You know, on the other side here, you've got Boii, Pontus, and Aravaki. Aravaki has very good infantry in melee combat, but they don't have the greatest armor on the planet. While Boii is an extremely good frontline unit. Pontus here, to be honest with you, Pontus is probably the weakest faction, honestly probably on the field, I would say. It's just Pontic swords are not that great. 75 armor it's just meh. They're archers, even though they're 150, they're just okay. They're 150 range, if you don't know what I mean. And he also brought a ton of hoplites. So Boii here is your strongest frontline faction at the moment. So Boii sword followers are extremely good. Some of the best units, some of the best mid-tiers in the game. And they can really, you know, make up for some of the issues that Aravaki and Pontus may have. Aravaki is one of those ones that sometimes... Oh, no. Pontus, go save him! They just let it happen. Carthage, eat up, boys. Eat up. I mean, the Hillman unit is trying to interfere, and he's probably going to save the Balearic Slinger. But that was a free 20 kills there for the Iberian Cavalry. But, yeah. I don't know. So, this outer area, I personally, you can see the defenders have fallen back. I personally feel like they probably should have done that about 5 minutes ago. I think they probably wasted way too much troops here in the corner area. You can see Bowie Eye still holding out, but some of these sword followers not doing so great. 58 kills on this one's not very good. Skutari here, 133 is not bad, but no chevrons. You can see some Mercenary Axe Warriors coming in. And we got some Noble Swords. So Noble Swords here, you know, most everything that was in this corner, those Noble Swords are going to cut right through, because everything that was in this corner for the defenders was all mid-tiers. So this Noble Sword definitely having a good time. 156 kills with, or 156 men with 60 kills, excuse me. Sorry, I mixed it up.
Man the tower!
I mean, it's crazy. If you just look in the corner here, you know, I mean, this is a lot. There's a lot of green in here. I didn't realize that Bowie Eye had committed this much into the corner
Running!
because there's a lot of green. I thought it was, well, maybe, no, maybe, I guess it was. It was the Celtic Warriors. That's right. Never mind. Carthage is pretty beat up, though. I mean, look at the Libyans here. All, oof, big ouch. And that's most of his infantry. He does have some pikes. That's good. Pikes, if they are good for nothing else, they are good at making people move, right? So if you are having troubles getting through a place, sometimes if you put a pike there, well, it should force your enemies back. Because if it doesn't, if they don't move back, then your pike just sits here and gets to poke them to death, which is not good for them either. So, either way, your pike can do pretty good at just shoving choke points open, right? The thing is that you have to do a good job at protecting them from archer fire, slinger fire, things of the sort, which could be a bit hard. If you were to bring a pike over a park, if you were to bring a pike over here, the Eastern Archers of Pontus would actually have a heyday here. They have a really, you can see, look at all the space that they have to work with in the back here. While on your side, you have nowhere near as much space to situate your archers to fight them, right? So it kind of turns into a tough deal because the Pontic archers have a lot better positions to set up. So that could be a bit rough. Dacian Bowman. Oh, he went with the cheap ones. Interesting. Typically, you see the Dacian Heavy Bowman. See, like that one there. Now, you guys are all stacked on top of each other, which is not doing your archers any favors. So, try moving some of your units out of this area so that your archers can shoot. That one Eastern archer was left all by himself. I don't know why the other archers weren't up with him, but that one archer just getting completely and totally clobbered. And bam, he's gone. All right. Got some hoplites here. You say your mothers are whores or something like that? What you looking back at the camera for, huh? Yeah, I saw you peeking around. You know you're never supposed to look at the camera? Pontus went so many hoplites, which I'm personally not a huge fan of. Now, interesting, Arverni actually putting Gallic Hunters up onto the walls here. And he's actually sending a Gallic Hunter all the way over here to capture this gate. And I wonder if they have anything coming over here, or if maybe it'd be funny if a cav unit just came out and bye-bye Gallic Hunters. Now, another Gallic Hunter going. 307 kills. Only one chevron, though. Sounds to me like you killed a lot of Iberian swordsmen. Interesting, the Levy Freeman just kind of like hiding in this little area. So, if you didn't know, you can't come up here. He I'm sure knows that, but for people watching, you cannot go up here. The pathing is up here. I'm not sure what he was doing with the Levy Freeman, but I'm relatively positive he knew that you can't go there. Now we got some Chosen Swords in the mix. Mercenary Axe Hunter or Axe Warriors switching out for an Armored Spear. Let your Axe Warriors do the work, man. They're gonna do better than the Armored Spears would. Honestly, at this point, I'm not sure why you don't throw a Noble Sword in and just cut right through the hoplite. It really looks like they plan on hardcore pushing this and not going here yet. That's not to say that they won't, but sure as hell doesn't look like they're going in anytime soon. I'm not sure, like, there's kind of a stare down. The Gallic Hunter got up here and he's just like chilling up there. The nearest way up the wall is over here. I'm a little surprised they have, maybe that's what this is doing. Yeah, that's what it looks like. I was going to say, I was a little surprised they haven't sent anything over there to kill it. And here they are. Here come the killers. Looks like 160-man Scutari. Scutari. So he's got 2 Balearics and Iberian. So 2 and 2. 2 Balearics, 2 Iberians. It doesn't really... Yeah. If they really wanted to... Is that what they're trying to do? They're not firing, because, you know, if they really wanted to, they might be able to move up and start shooting down the hill into some of this stuff. I'd even be curious as to what they could get. They might even be able to reach a little bit of this. All you would have to do is just kind of move up a little bit here and be ready to run away, but then you could shoot down the hill. Look at that. I think that's exactly what they're about to do. Well, I guess not exactly. They're just going to sit on top of this sword follower. Good things. And they're still not doing anything. Why'd you move?
Move out!
Ay, ay, ay. I just don't understand. It's fine. Axe Warrior's doing pretty good. 124 kills and a chevron. How's the Chosen Sword? Doing okay. 87 kills. Not bad. Not bad at all. Now they're getting shot by some Celtic bows from Bowie Eye. Let's get some cinematic looks here. Did you see that guy get flipped over his shield? Heck yeah. Hell yes. Oh, you're ruining my screenshot. I just hate when you get the half faded in people, you know, the ones that are just fading into the shot. I mean, it's primarily, well, hold on. What is happening here? Did the Noble Sword, like, try to sneak down the middle or something, and then the Pontic Swordsman is trying to stop it, maybe? Can't tell exactly what's going on, but the Noble Sword of Getae sure seems to look like he's about to bust right through the middle of those 2 units. Okay, so they did open the gate. The Gallic Hunters are running away. They're trying to get the cav in, but I don't think, yeah, they're not going to make it. Noble Fighters coming over, recapturing the gate. The Gallic Hunter is gone, and now, because of its stalk ability, is hidden from the enemies, which could be kind of interesting, because that means now They have a rogue enemy running around the inside of their city. Hillman, I guess, gonna go try and track it down. I think you have to be, like, this close to see it. So what he should really do is he should, like, try to find a really crazy way. I wonder if he's gonna try to go this way. Then we'll have to see, where does this Hillman go. See, you're fresh and you're winded, so the Gallic Hunters are going to be able to make a way, you know, probably get away from those, that Hillman chasing it. Not sure what happened to the Iberian Slinger up on the wall. It looks like it, yeah, I don't know. Mercenary Cretans, 199 kills. 199. Are they going to try to sneak by? Come on, Arverni, you can do it. You can do it. Get skinny. Get skinny. You can see over here, Gete landing some Falksmen and Dacian Bowmen on the walls. Dacian Heavy Bows as well. That could be interesting. I think if he gets the Dacian Heavy Bow over here, that could be pretty effective. Because if that Dacian Heavy Bow gets over there... By the way, I just paused my speaking. I didn't... Yeah. If the Dacian Heavy Bow gets over there, it starts shooting that. Well, the Falksmen and the regular Bowmen over here are able to kind of keep this one occupied. Trying to get in. Alright, Mercenary Iberian Cav is now inside the settlement. I don't know why this Cav is going... It's split up. Half, or like a quarter of the units over here. Well, the actual unit's right there. Yeah, I don't know why it just split up like that. It could have something to do with the capturing here. I bet you that's what is the cause of that. Because the gate is not destroyed. It's just that they've neutralized it. And now if the gate was destroyed with the neutralization, then they could run right through the gate without any oil spilling down on them. But now that the gate is just neutralized, not destroyed, well, technically they can't go through that. But the other unit was already like half through it. So that's why it got split up. Half of the unit got through. This was actually really dangerous for the defenders because they may not know where this unit is. It looks like they do, though. Yeah, they see it. Because they're sending this sword follower. They're kind of lucky, though, because just because you click this, they could very well want to go track down the banner, which is over here. You can see it ran all the way over here and is trying to force its way through the lines here. But it doesn't look like that Cav is probably going to do a whole lot. And they broke through here. So the hoplites are all gone. All they have is a very depleted sword follower. Actually, it's not very depleted. It's hurt, but it's still relatively healthy now looking at it. But given all the space here, it's done for. He's dead. Now, what I expect to see now is probably more of a advance onto this position while they put pressure on the back way and here. That's what I expect. I don't know that that's going to happen, but I think it's going to be interesting. The Gallic Hunter... So, the Gallic Hunter and the Hillman unit for the defenders are kind of in interesting situations because neither of them, most likely, neither of them can see each other. So, because they can't see each other, they literally could, like, walk around the corner right into each other. Like, the Gallic Hunter, you could see it's coming this way. He could legitimately turn the corner and the Hillman could be right there. I'm actually really... I would laugh my ass off if that happened. You know, it doesn't look like they're going to push this area at all. And I don't specifically blame them. This can be a really tough push due to the wall section here. Gives really good, range superiority to the defenders. Relatively healthy noble sword, 226 kills, little over half health, and now he's running away from a hoplite. He's also getting shot by a Celtic bow. That's probably why he's actually running. But now he's just getting shot in the back. So, was it the right call? Meh. Look at the Celtic warrior with 163 kills. Yeah, they're just sent a couple units over here to try and finish off this Pontic unit, and then, aha, found the hillman. Right there. He's fresh now, so I wonder if Pontus just stopped moving it for a little while. That would be my assumption, at least. I'm curious as to what Pontus's general is. If it's a Oh, wait. Pontic sword. Boring. I was really hoping to see a side chariot or something, but it's fine. No big deal. Just crush our hopes and dreams. Don't worry, they were crushed a long time ago. I'm just kidding. Everybody, don't let your hopes and dreams get away from you. Try to do everything you can to live it out. Now I wonder, are they going to try and just go, are they going to send maybe the, yep, so they're sending the Iberian cavalry to just kill the hillmen. And then I assume these two units are probably going to come over this way. Oathsworn General here from Boei. Probably going to get him holding the breach or the stairway. You see the Carthaginian general moving around, the noble cavalry. It's an okay cav. It's kind of like oh my gosh, my brain just went completely blank. Oh my gosh. The Hippeus Lancers. It's kind of like the Hippeus Lancers. They're just kind of okay. Balearic Slingers seem to be getting some shots off here. Are they shooting the bows? Yeah, that's what they're shooting. They're shooting the Celtic bowmen, which are already routing. 108 kills, though, on the Balearic. Celtic bows, 85 kills, 21 kills. You have an Eastern Archer with only 1. Where's the hoplite going? Maybe he's just gonna go try and shut up the Balearic? Hey, go away! We don't like you! Okay, you scared him off, now go back. Turn around and go back. What is the one hoplite unit going to do defending this gigantic gap? It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Now they got more, so they've got a couple sword followers going down there too now. Celtics seem to be taking out all their anger and frustration on this one poor chosen sword. Poor guy. Poor guy. Yeah, poor guy. This Celtic bow seems to be getting his butt whooped. Looks like the Balearic just turned his attention onto that instead. Which is correct. He is now gone. So the Gallic Hunter went over and is going to recapture this gate. I don't know that it's really that advantageous to them. You can see, look at this. Wow, how did I miss this? Aravaki fully leaving the keep, and now the whole table has turned around. So now the attackers have just moved into this position now. And now the defenders have gone into the same attack that the attackers used. Huh. Interesting. Not really sure what to say about that. But hoplites, Skutari, all sorts of stuff over here. Noble Sword, the African Pikes are in position. I'm surprised that they have not put all of their slingers onto killing this African Pike unit, because it is their biggest threat. Thing about pikes is, it's the one thing you can't really fight without another pike. You know, you can kill it with archers, right, or slingers, but you can't really fight it without another pike. Ooh, here we go. The Iberian Cav did get in the back, getting into some of the archers, the Eastern archers and Celtic bows. And they actually came out, they have kind of blocked them off from multiple positions. Oh no, this is bad though! Oh, and you're gonna get caught too! They're gonna come in and hold you down while a Noble Sword comes in and cuts off your escape. You're gonna be cut off. Here comes the Noble Cav too. What I would do is I would put the Noble Sword like there and then just cycle charge there. Or the other way around. Pontic Swords may come try to assist. I wouldn't though. I don't think it's a good position to be in. I mean, this I guess is the better spot because now they can fully make sure that this general gets nowhere. Technically, this unit could try to escape, but it's not going to, and now the Noble Cav's going to destroy it. This is going to hurt a lot. Yeah. Just wait for it. "19 kills. Honestly, that isn't even that great. So this whole thing is a fun idea, but I am extremely concerned that you are trying to bite off way more than you can chew. This is the thing that matters the most. And you have nothing over here. You know, this is where the primary assaults are coming, and majority of the troops you have left are all the way over here. Yeah, I don't know that this is the greatest idea. Mercenary Axe is now in combat. Noble Sword backing him up. I honestly wonder how they feel like fighting in the same place that all their comrades died in. Where's the other? There's the other pike. Also injured, so they have 2 injured pikes. It's not a bad cycle there. Nicely done, Gete. Noble Sword, Axe Warrior cycling out there. Pretty good. A lot of Skutari. Man, those Skutari could probably be really useful somewhere else. Those 2 units, I said they should not have gone out here. I don't know why they went out here. It was a terrible idea. A lot of wasted units here. You just wasted 4 units. You wasted 1, 2, 3, 4. Ay.
Stop now!
Eastern archers just kind of shooting to shoot. Ooh, here's the Gallic Hunter. Where are you going? Where'd you come from? Where'd you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Where'd you come from? Where did you go? Where'd you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? And here comes the Noble Cav General as well for Carthage. This is a really pain in the butt position for the defenders. I just don't get. Like, I liked the idea for a second, but you were just, like, they stonewalled you too long. You should have retreated back to the point. I like that counterattack idea, but for that to work, these areas need to be secure, and they are not secure. If you didn't know that, turn around. Every time I look, they're a little bit closer. Turn around. I was trying to think up of some, like, you know, ad-lib version, and I failed. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I'm just not that good. Pontic Sword is just getting annihilated. You're going up against Snowsworn, Noble Sword. Like, Pontic Sword is no match for either of those units, let alone two of them. And now Aravaki rushing, trying to get back to the point. He apparently finally turned around and realized, oh shit! But I don't know what's happening. Why did 3 of your units just blob into this? I don't get that. So what they're really kind of in a crappy spot for here is they kind of have to defend here and here, or they honestly have to kind of double line it, because you have to stay on the point long enough to win. But you can't leave room. There's a lot of room around here to get at you from both directions. So you can't just like, here's my line. So you have to create 2, or you create box. And I don't know if they're going to do that either. It doesn't look like it. Oh no. Oh no. Noble Cav, they're coming. I know you know exactly what they're coming for. They're coming for this right here. Say goodbye, Balearic Slingers. This Noble Cav is about to get a ton of kills. He was at 160 when he charged in, by the way. 200. So that's 40 kills. 220, 230. Yeah. That's a lot of kills. Okay, so they're basically on the point now. So you've got Noble Sword v Hoplite, Oathsworn v Hoplite, and Spear v Hoplite. But you can see more units coming in. You got some units over here just keeping Aravaki busy, because Aravaki is defending a place that is not important, because what is important is right here. It would be a different thing if they were not sitting on the point. But now that they are sitting on the point, then this means nothing. Alright, charging the back of the Noble Fighter. Ooh, good charge. Got him out of position, out of formation. What's he at now? 304. 2 chevrons. 305. 6. Noble Fighter's probably going to break. Honestly, I see army losses here soon. They're still relatively healthy numbers-wise, especially due to the Aravaki numbers over here. But, yeah, there it is right. Well, that's just... No, it's not. I saw both of them start flashing, but this one's a Geta unit. I saw the two flags start flashing, and I figured that was army losses kicking in. Noble Fighter, 2 kills. 2 chevrons with 223 kills. Is everybody excited for the Rings of Power show to come out? So this is Tuesday, August 30th. The show comes out in 2 days on September 1st. But, you know, it's... I am excited, obviously, to watch a show about Lord of the Rings world, right? But I find it hard to be excited in it being a good show. I'm of the opinion that I think about it this way, that for $1 billion that they put into the show, it better look phenomenal. But even if it looks phenomenal, the story could still suck. I don't know. It's going to be tough, but I'm intrigued to see what your guys' thoughts are. You can see this battle winding down now. I think it's just the Noble Fighter gen now. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think. If you are going to watch the Rings of Power, and if you are you excited? Are you nervous? Or, you know, what are your feelings? Oof. And charge in the back, and that's going to be it. Noble Fighter holding on for dear life. Good charge by the Noble Cav. 486. Cheese and crackers. This Noble Cavalry got a ton of kills. It's not hard to get a ton of kills when you're charging things in the rear all day, though. I call that better, like, player play than the unit. You know, the player just did a good job at finding finding good positions to charge and hit them in the back. So, Carthage here, cleaning pair, 2,377 kills, 491 on the gen. 2 of his range units did really well, 2 of them just okay. The pikes, to be honest with you, didn't really do anything. The infantry just solid as a whole. Shadow is Getae with 2,257 kills. Look at all the kills. I mean, almost everybody getting really good kills. 2,257 kills as Getae. 2 of his archers did really good. 2 of them just did okay. Noble Swords all did really, really well. Well, this one not as good, but these 2 did really, really well. Armored Spears and all that stuff, just, it's fine. I believe this is Pedro here as Arverni with 3,153 kills, leading the game as Arverni. We have 335 kills as on the Oathsworn General. His archers all did excellent. Look at this. Even the Celtic Warriors did really solid. 215 on that one. Chosen Swords did pretty good across the board. His other Oathsworn honestly didn't really do much of anything. We've got Aaron as Aravaki for the Defenders with 2,159 kills. Noble Fighter General, 272 kills. 2 of his slingers did really well. This has been kind of the course of the battle. 2 did really well, 2 did just okay. Scutari, they did okay. Some of them not so hot. Moving on, we've got Boei being commanded by Grim Reaper with 2,307 kills, leading the Defenders. We've got Oathsworn 182, pretty good. Archers, they did okay. Celtic Warriors, once again, did pretty solid here. Sword Followers, some did pretty solid, some just kind of okay. And finally, Django as Pontus with 1,488 kills. To be perfectly honest with you, one, I think part of your problem is the hoplite army. It's like half hoplites here, which are just kind of meh. But also, I really think that Pontus as a faction is really outmatched by most of what's on the other side. And I really think that's kind of the main deal that came into it here. So that is going to be it for today's battle. Thank you guys so much for joining. Don't forget that if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, and we will see you guys next time.